Hi, I'm Suellen Inwood. I'm co-director of Easton Country Day School. This is a school that we started 25 years ago this year with a group of parents who are also educators who wanted something different for their children. For me, it was all about, I had a child who was gifted and she was in the public school system and teaching to the test was becoming the norm. And she was highly gifted and would say things to me like, "Mom, how come I'm just doing kind of busy work and other people are getting, being taught something?" So we decided that we needed to do something different where we actually were teaching children to be successful and to be thinkers. So basically we started, as I said, 25 years ago with a very unique opportunity to do what we felt was necessary to create an environment where children thrived, not just were educated, but thrived and became stellar. So we developed personalized learning. My background actually is special education. So I felt, why can't every child receive a special education? And we really felt the need to try to expand the knowledge base of all teachers in all systems. So we kept our tuition at the typical tuition that a per pupil cost would be, so that other schools, public schools, other schools would be able to take what we do, see what we do, and actually maybe try to use it. So this wasn't about developing a private school for us. It was about changing education. Our first step was to understand that children needed to feel safe and cared for in order for their bodies to be able to learn. If you're in a fight or flight response, which many children are in schools today because they're challenged in many different ways, you can't learn most effectively. So we do a lot of work with making sure that our children feel safe and secure. And then it's all about, how do you learn as a child? What are your restrictions? What is something that is really a powerful tool that you have? So we really look at developing curriculum around a child, which means we need teachers who are flexible thinkers in order for us to help children become flexible, intelligent, creative, problem-solving people. Our school celebrates the world. We've developed a microcosm of the world here. We have every different religion under the sun, every different race under the sun, every different socioeconomic background. We have 30% of our children are highly gifted. 40% of our children are what you might call typical bright children, and 30% of our children have some kind of unique learning style which needs to be addressed. And in doing so, we've found an education that our children become exceptional. We have a researcher at Yale. We have a child who started Oxford at 16. We have a child who, they're no longer children, they're adults, who wrote a book and developed her own curriculum because she was suffering from anxiety and wanted to develop a curriculum to help public schools deal with that. And she's very successful, and she's in Harlem, and she's at Colorado Public Schools. So really defining a flexible curriculum around the child. I say to the child, this is your education. What do you need? Many schools, there's a curriculum, there's a math curriculum, and that's what they use. But not every child is going to be available to that math curriculum. So here at our school, we have a number of different math curriculums. There's one that we use more typically than others, but if that doesn't fit for a child, we do another. A child who's gifted needs to be able to move up in classes and take classes that are more advanced. So we do that. Our children, we have a fourth grader who's taking pre-calculus next year and physics in the high school. And then our support, we have a lot of support networks where our teachers are taught in all of the different methods of teaching reading. And so they choose which one works best. And I know many people say, how do you do this in a classroom? But it's easy. It really isn't difficult as we group our children according to what they need. So basically, in this world today, we need to develop flexible thinkers who know how they learn. They have the metacognition, the executive function skills, and the joy of seeking new information in order for them to succeed. And that is what our school tries to do.